Hey guys, got a product review for you, and it's going to be from Rattle Trap, not a sponsor of mine or anything, but a pretty cool topwater bait that they've just come out with. In fact, I think it's their only topwater bait, called the Stutter Step. Pretty unique looking bait, a lot different than most of the other baits out there. It's a pretty big bait. It's a 1 ounce bait, 5 inches long. But for 5 inches, it's a pretty wide bait. But here's a one knocker from your one knocker spooks. See how what it compares to on that. And here is a Repo Man, a little bit bigger cigar style bait, walking type bait. But you can still see the difference on size. The biggest thing is most of the cigar ones are pretty much, they look like a cigar. This one's got a pretty unique belly shape and stuff to it. And it does have a very unique action. There's a few things you can do with this bait. It's a bait that you can throw out with this hardtail. You can throw it out, keep the rod tip high, and just reel it back slow to the boat, and this thing just comes back to the boat like this. And it's a lot like a wake bait. Another thing you can do with this one that I think is really cool is, if you're doing that and a fish is following, or you're doing the normal walk dog type action, you got this thing coming, you can see a fish following. If you give this thing a hard snap, it will flat turn right around on a 180 and look right back the direction it's coming. And anytime you can do that with a topwater bait, that those fish 7 out of 10 times are going to just blow up on it, because they've seen that fish, it turns around and looks at him, it knows it's following them now, and at least that's what they think anyhow, that they know they're following the bait, and they'll just explode on it. But you can keep this bait in place with this tail. Unlike your other cigar type baits, when you're walking these, they're always coming forward. With this bait, if you snap it and give it enough slack all the time, it will actually sit on a spot. So now you can throw this out there next to a stump or whatever it is, and just kind of keep popping it, and that bait it will literally just sit there in a spot, and I mean move just minute inches forward, because that tail is dragging water, keeping it from coming forward. Where your normal walking baits, they're always pulling towards you. They got the big glides, but they're always coming towards you. Just a really, really good bait. When I first seen them coming out, I thought, oh, that's going to be great. And then when I bought it, I'm looking at it going, wow, I really wasn't expecting that design. But don't let the design fool you, especially here on the TVA chains. Everybody's looking for a bigger bait. We can't get a big enough topwater bait, it seems like, for some of these fish. And this, for a short bait, gives you that big profile, though. I mean, you look at the back of that compared to like your spooks and stuff. It's a big bait in the water, and really, just a really cool bait, really easy to walk. I mean, it's hard for a lot of people to get the cadence down walking a normal topwater bait. This thing, I mean, if you just jerk the rod just a little bit, I mean, if you can just tap while you're going, this bait's going to walk for you. The one thing I did notice, it doesn't have really a loud rattle to it, but what makes up for that, though, is this tail will spray water even better than like some of the chugging spooks and some of those other baits that have a popper type mouth where they get it where it really explodes water. This tail will blow water even better than that. So they kind of make up for it there, but it does not have that loud rattle, like your one knocker's got, or your regular rattling baits. You can hear that. It really doesn't have much of a rattle to it. But like I said, that tail blowing that water out really makes up for that part of it. But definitely a bait you're going to want to check out and put in your box. They're relatively inexpensive as far as topwater baits go, around that $12 range. Got different multiple colors and all, but a really cool bait. And on the end of this, I went out and I threw it and brought it alongside the boat a few times to kind of give you some action video on it to see what it does. But something to check out, the Stutter Step by Rattle Trap. Get yourself some. I guarantee you'll definitely put some topwater fish in the boat, especially if you're not used to trying to walk the bait, and you have a hard time doing that. You'll easily be able to do it with this thing. So good luck with it. Get out on the water, give it a try, and we'll catch you out on the water. Tight lines.